Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on...
Makes the grab in their space. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Throwing Russell. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to throw, it's Russell.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
After the short completion, do they go for the big one on third down? Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And they can't make the play on third down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
He makes the catch at the 10. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback making checks. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Made a defender miss. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Tide ready to roll on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to...
Turning it on! Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it can be a long game.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback keep. Fights off a defender. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Keelan Russell. He's got it on the run. Oh, the sweet feet. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Lockhart. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a man, it's Mayava. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. Runs through a man. He might have some space. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the 1st down.
And they always got one of these. A big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Keep it on the ground. There's some room. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. He's now up to 64 yards rushing in this 1st half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got it. There he goes. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Fires to the right. It's caught all the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The run inside. It's Hill. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Russell, a shot toward the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Good timing on the quick out. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. On the option. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Throwing Russell. Wide out trying to get it in. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached a 2-minute timeout. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Great job by the back on the option.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Lockhart. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Grabbed behind the line, it's Jordan. Smashes ahead. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Running inside, it's Jordan. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Bowman. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end. They'll rush to the line, clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
Well, Reese, the one guy's name you haven't called yet is this big fella tight end right here. He's one of the better ones that we see week in, week out. And finally in the second quarter, they get him a completion. This has to keep going now for the offense. You got to keep looking his way. He's too big of a weapon to ignore. If they're going to win this game, he needs more touches.
The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown Trojans! Quick strike through the air for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Keelan Russell throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Rogers. The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Dropping back, it's Russell. The sure hands, it's Jenkins. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, he'll take that completion.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Russell keeps looking downfield. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss.
Well, this defense not only has speed, but they also play with great effort. That time on the quarterback run, they were expecting it. Everybody was in position, but they did a phenomenal job in pursuit, making sure the only direction that guy was going was backward, running him out of bounds for a big loss.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Mayaba. Wide open downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking downfield on 1st down. He fires one deep over the middle. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 7 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Buckeyes getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And man, how awesome is that for the big fella? And he wasn't going to just fall on that loose fumble. He decided to scoop it and score, and David shows off the athleticism.
I mean, we were born to do more. We just grew out of the running back body, but we were really all running backs at heart. It's just hard when you got to go that far because you're running out of oxygen. You could tell the gas tank was low, but the big fella getting the touchdown.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll try the left side. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Got his man. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decide.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Southern Cal! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense probably has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. On the run, it's Jordan. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
To the air on 1st down. Looking left. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, it gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
To the air, it's Mayava. This time it's complete. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Touchdown, Trojans! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing Russell. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. He's at the touchdown tie. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Lockhart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Looking down the middle. Complete to the left. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. So first down will open up the final period. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity.
They'll have a first down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. Wants to throw on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Here comes that Alabama offense. So the big turnover, the interception, setting up this offense in a tie game with a chance to drive for the go-ahead score. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards, because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. If you're a defensive lineman and that guard pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that puller, making a play, getting a tackle for a loss.
Going to try to get it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Throws to the wideout. Lays out, gives up his body, and makes the grab on the right side.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this...
Maybe some room here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Lockhart. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pulls and fires complete. Breaks into the open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now. Wants to go right back downfield. Hauls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Just keep slinging it. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 4th down, gotta have it here. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
The Trojans use their 1st timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll ride the hot hand. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. The give on the counter. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, You got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. He'll pull it down and run.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season.